guys, here we go. Welcome back, and we just had some thunderstorms just now. You know what, guys, give me a thumbs up if you can actually hear me, because I had a technical issue with the other software I use. So I am using this one, and I don't know how to set which microphone I'm using. So I hope you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you do. So we are ready to ride. And so the idea was to take you guys on a little ride around town and checking out all the flooded areas. But so this is one of them here on, are we on Angela Street. This is Angela Street, and it's actually not flooded, so it's kind of interesting because downtown was flooded. We went for lunch earlier, so we're gonna go and check that out. Over here we have the circus tent, aka termite extermination. Yeah, I can't do anything about the volume, or I have to scream. So you will have to turn it up on your devices. Sorry, Donnie. So if all of you are staying dry, I think Debbie is about to leave Florida, or has left Florida. Little Moe's Way.
Cuidado, cuidado.
Thank you, John, for the super chat. To our left, Cuban Coffee Queen to our right. Closed this time of the day. So we're gonna go to Old Town, downtown, see how the flooding is doing there. So again, not much damage here in Key West or anything. Just a couple of branches down, lots of leaves in the streets, and a lot of toppled over trash cans in the streets, but that's about it. And of course we did have some water, mainly on the south side of the island because the winds were pushing it in. Thank you, Rock and Rob and Izzy. We are going to ride down the Ball Street. It's not exactly a back street, but we're gonna take Little Applewood Lane right here around the corner. Willie T's behind us. The streets haven't been cleaned yet. I mean, obviously, you know, the big roads like the Backstreet have, but you can, even here it's not too bad. So yeah, lots of leaves, lots of, you know, whatever is growing on those trees. We have a couple of almond trees here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Old Town right now and then figure out where we're going to watch the sunset tonight. So we have our trike, so Mallory Square is not a good option. I don't know if we're going to head back to the Truman Waterfront Park, or maybe we should head over to Simonton Beach. Look at that tree here at the Banyan Resort, named after those beautiful trees here. Guys, I'm impressed. We were here 3 hours ago and this was all underwater, and we had rain in the meantime. I'm absolutely baffled that this is dry. So I guess we do have the tides coming into play a little bit as well. Given that Key West is so low, a lot of the areas here are sea level. Comes in through the drains when it's high tide. Let's go and check out Front Street. Water here. but really not much. Remember, we could square straight ahead, but that's not where we're at tonight. I'm speechless, everything is dry. So we had a super late lunch at Alonso's today. So every first Tuesday of the month they have a local special. So that's what we did today on Gabe's day off. Street. Apartment tucked away over here, 123 Ann Street. Okay, we do have water left and right here on Green Street. Not a good spot to leave your scooters over there, guys. In front of the old City Hall, just so you know. Now compared to the previous days, but just so you know, this weekend it's a lobster fest, so it's bound to be busy again. Lots of people out on the water today, I guess. Street to the Atlantic side and see how things are going there. Really no damage from Debbie. Actually, Debbie turned into a tropical storm as it was pretty much level with Key West. Oh, thank you so much, Izzy and Rob. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting our channel. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. So we have Lobster Fest coming up next weekend, and then of course end of August and first weekend of September we have the Jimmy Buffett celebration. So it's gonna be the Labor Day weekend. So we're gonna have a second line parade and lots of events. So of course we're gonna cover that, and then we're in September, which means we're almost in October for Fantasy Fest. This is the old Crest building. Crest was a famous department store here in Key West, and now it's just another CVS. Restaurant and store. So we turned onto Little Apple Roof Lane here earlier, but now we are headed towards the south side of the island. So we're riding down pretty much all of Duval Street to the southernmost point. Let's turn on to Whitehead Street. See if we have any new decorations on the house. There's this one house on Whitehead that's always decorated really nicely according to the season. So I think the last one was a mermaid theme. So let's see if they change it or if that's still up. Breeze, because earlier, just after the rain, the humidity was absolutely insane. You kind of had a hard time even breathing. But now with that little breeze and on our bike, well, trike, this is pretty nice. South towards the southernmost point. Ooh, we do have a new theme. say Key West. I see a lot of parrots. I see the southernmost buoy. I see palm trees. And I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it says, the car says Monroe County Glass and Mirror. I guess it is a parrot head decoration because I see some 5 o'clock somewhere signs. Hang on guys, let's see if we can get closer. Here's some Jimmy Buffett signs. Welcome to paradise, Key West. Key West loves Jimmy Buffett. 5 o'clock somewhere. We've got some more parrots there. So, parrot heads unite here on Whitehead Street. Okay, let's try to turn around. Okay, let's have that Uber guide. Department is on its way to the southernmost point as well. At least that direction. Nope, the fire department turned into the Navy base. They have cleaned up the southernmost point area. So of course with the wind we had quite some waves and seaweed coming in. But I'm pretty sure that was one of the first spots to be cleaned up. There was a little fire at the Green Parrot on Sunday morning, and they have a sign on the door saying everything is fine, everybody is fine, and they were supposed to be closed for the rest of the day of Sunday. They were still closed yesterday. So at the end of the stream I'm going to take you to the Green Parrot and we're going to check out the latest status. Everybody's headed to the Naval Air Station. So yeah, guys, this area is always underwater as soon as it rains. And if you pair it with high tide, and of course we have a little bit of the leftovers of Debbie here, but you can see that they've cleaned it up really nicely. You know, there isn't too much debris on the streets. We woke up to the sound of chainsaws at 7 a.m. But that was about it. I mean, there was no major, you know, damage or anything. I can smell seaweed. So yeah, just some clean leftover water here. So this area here was destroyed. I think it was during Irma. So that area is still not redone. But I think they're kind of looking into making this whole area pedestrian. Because some people try to come here by car. Pretty. I guess we should head over to a spot where we can see a little bit more of the sunset. Sunset is in 20 minutes. Oh, here you can still see some. It's still pretty clean. So the city of Key West did a great job at cleaning things up really quick. Let's see how Southernmost Beach fared in all this. I predict a lot of seaweed. Everything's nicely cleaned up. But yeah, Debbie did bring in some seaweed. But honestly, it's not too bad. I mean, I've seen more seaweed on this beach, you know, before the storm. So it might actually have taken out some of it. Southernmost house, looking pretty this time of the day with that light. So yeah, let's head over to the Truman waterfront just for those colors. That's where we have an unobstructed view of the sun setting, and then on the way we're gonna stop at the Green Parrot for the latest update after Sunday's fire. And all I know is that it wasn't the popcorn machine. Banana Cafe, great spot for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And they have a taco happy hour every day, which I highly recommend. Down. And let's think. We're gonna go all the way to Southern Street and then turn. Ooh, nice. We added some decorations. Looks good. Over here, Old Town Tavern. For late night happy hours. I think they start at 11 till 1 a.m. You know, we're actually gonna cut through Petronia Street here and then turn onto Whitehead to the Parrot. The Red Shoe Bistro reopened 3 days after a car ran into it. And if you don't know exactly where it was, you probably can't tell, but you can maybe see that there were there's a little separation line, so those like panels that they put in front of it, and then there is a building permit to kind of redo this area. But they back up and running, and they were, I think, less than 72 hours after the accident. So we had a guy drive his car in there on a day they were closed, I should say. Nobody got hurt. So let's see today's status of the Parrot. So again, they were still closed yesterday. No Monday night bingo. And they are reopened. Here you go. They are open. Can't really see anything. So the fire seems to have been kind of upstairs. Let me see if I can show you. So this was the window that they temporarily covered now with a parking sign that they found somewhere. And that must be a very old parking sign, because trust me, parking does not cost $3 in Key West. So that's a collector's item right there. Collectible parking sign. Those were the days. So the Parrot is alive and well. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, headed into the Truman Annex. Straight ahead here, down Southern Street. Good to see the Parrot reopening. It was really weird walking by there yesterday. We actually walked by last night, and it was really strange to see things closed, especially the Parrot. Kind of had a little COVID vibe. All right, 13 minutes until sunset. 10. Anyways, we're almost there. Probably not going to see much of the sunset, but we're definitely going to see some colors and some more clouds. So again, we still had rain today. seaweed over here. Thank you so much, Deb. Yeah, look at all that seaweed. So yes, Mallory Square is to the right. Can't really go from the Truman waterfront to Mallory Square. You kind of have to go back through the way we came, through the Truman Annex. jumping into the water from here. Today you will get caught in the seaweed. And you're technically not allowed to actually jump from here, as far as I know, although I don't really see any signs saying not to. Sunset cruise coming back in. Some pretty colors here tonight. So guys, Gabe is not playing tomorrow with the changes at Captain Tony's, since he was playing on Sunday. So we are actually trying to do a little push session tomorrow, probably around 5:30ish. So stay tuned, make sure you have the notifications set up, so you'll be notified when I set up the stream. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. And if you want to see more of Key West, if you join today's stream, just hit that little thumbs up on the way out. Always helps us. So beautiful sunsets after the storm. We had a beautiful one yesterday, but we missed it because we were streaming from the bar. And then when we rode home after yesterday's gig from Tony's, that's when we saw all the colors. But it does look like we might get a little more rain tonight. The kitties are not going to be happy. There are more clouds coming in. So yeah, we still had some storms. Well, some rain earlier today, not really storms. No thunder or lightning anymore, just good old plain rain. But it is hurricane season, so we're going to be keeping an eye on the next one coming. And if this is your first time with us and you don't know who we are a local Key West live streaming channel, and most of what we do is streamed live, and we do bike rides like tonight, events, Lobster Fest coming up next weekend, just saying, and music streams from the bar. So all of this on here. So if you want to join the Conch Clan, subscribe We're always glad to welcome you to our chat as well, if you're the chatty kind. I wanted to check if the Ingham is open. Yes, it is. It says open Tuesday to Saturday, and the happy hour is Fridays and Saturdays, 1 hour before the sunset. So if the sunset is like at 8:08 like today, or was it 8:07, something like that, anyways, then the happy hour on Friday and Saturday starts at 7:08, so exactly 1 hour before. And actually some of the cheapest drinks on the island. As you know, the price tags here in Key West can be pretty steep. So this is one of the places that is more than reasonable, and it's a beautiful seat. You can watch the sunset. The sky is turning purple over here. Yeah, definitely more storm clouds. More rain coming. Soaking in the colors here. Although that side here does look like I might want to try to get home before this hits. Actually on camera it doesn't look too bad. It's a mix of gray and purple.